Welcome back everyone to the design of plate girders. We had began to do the design of plate girder. Okay. So first we had calculated the design forces, the maximum bending moment, maximum shear force, and next in step 2 we had designed the dimension of the web. Okay. So in this video we are going to design the flange now, right? So I had shown a formula. This is a basic formula of calculating the moment or the bending moment as stress into area into the depth or any dimension, right? So you can modify this formula into different forms. Okay, moment is equal to, let me again write it down. Moment is equal to how much force into a length, okay, or a dimension or displacement, anything. Okay, so what we are doing, we are just modifying this formula as moment is equal to stress into, how much is force? Force is nothing but stress into area. We are not dividing it, okay? This is just, let me delete it. Okay, this is either length or dimension or displacement or anything. Okay, so moment is equal to force into length, or we can simplify it into moment is equal to stress into area into length, where stress is equal to force by area, since stress is equal to force per unit area. Okay, so this formula, what we are doing, or rather I can say that, see, this formula I've written here, M is for moment, Fy is the stress, which is the yield stress of steel, Tw into D, this thing is representing the area, and D is a dimension or the length. Okay, so we are modifying this formula into this format, right? Into this format where M is equal to how much? Or let me just write it down in this form. So here M is equal to Fy, which is the yield stress of steel, into what do we have? We have area of flange, AF. AF is your area of flange into D. What is D? D is the depth of the web. So see, M moment, stress, Fy, area is AF, area of flange, and length is the D here, right? Now we are also implementing this partial safety factor. Okay, we are implementing this partial safety factor. We are dividing this entire thing by gamma m0. This entire thing we are dividing it by, it's difficult to write gamma, so I'll better write it as y. Okay, gamma m0, like this. Clear? So if you rearrange the formula, if you rearrange it, then you are getting AF is equal to M into gamma m0 divided by F5 into D. Okay, so you have the value of M with you, which has come out to be, let's find out what was our maximum bending moment value. It was, see, this is my maximum bending moment value, which is equal to 11448 kilonewton meter, right? And you know gamma m0, it is 1.10. It is there in your code IS 800 2007. Fy is 250 because we are using Fe 410 steel. And how much is D? D is your depth of the web, which we had calculated in the previous video as 1800. This, okay, 1800 millimeters. Let me just show it or box it inside. Okay, this is your D value, and your TW value was 12 mm. Clear? Now you substitute the values and you are getting the area of flange as 27984 millimeters square. Okay, so this is your total area of the flange. Now if I draw the plate girder, suppose this is my plate girder. Okay, this is my web, this is my top flange. and this here is my bottom flange. So how much is AF? AF is the area of the flange, the top flange, the one which I'm showing in stripes, and the bottom flange, or the area of the bottom flange. So AF is nothing but the summation of area of the top flange and the bottom flange. Okay, so this two entire flanges will comprise of AF. Clear? Now, okay. So then next, what we have to do, we have to calculate first the width of the flange. We have already calculated the total area of these two flanges. Next, what we have to do, we have to calculate the width of the flange. What is the width of the flange? It is this dimension. Okay, this is nothing but BF. We denote the width of the flange as BF. Okay, so BF is generally assumed to be 0.3 times the depth. Okay, 3/10 times the depth. You can assume it to be 0.4 times also, but better keep it from 0.25 to 0.3. So 0.3 times 1800 is equal to 540. So this is what my width of the flanges. We are calculating it as, we are just taking it from an experience. Okay, this has been calculated as 540 millimeters BF. Clear? Next thing, what you have to do, you know the width of the flange, and now from the area which you had already calculated, from these two values, from AF and BF, you have to now calculate the thickness of the flange. Okay, what is the thickness of the flange? It is this dimension. This is your thickness of the flange, and this is equal to how much? This is equal to TF. Okay, this is equal to TF. Now, how do you do it? It is very simple. Okay, what you have to do, you have to just divide this entire area by twice BF. Okay, if you divide the TF, thickness of flange, is equal to AF, which is the total area of these two flanges, divided by twice the width of one flange. Okay, twice the width of one flange means the width of this flange plus width of this flange is your twice the width of BF, or twice the width of flange, right? If you do this, very simple. Now you can calculate, you just substitute the value of AF and BF here. Okay, this here, there is a mistake. This here, it will be twice BF. Please take note. Okay, so twice BF. Now if you calculate, it is coming out to be as 25.91 millimeter. Now this value is very, very low. Okay, this value is very, very low. So what we do now, by trial and error, I have already done the calculations by using 32 millimeter depth. Okay, but the problem, the design was not being sufficient with that amount of thickness of the web. So what I did, I have straight away considered the value of TF as 60 mm, right? So what we are doing, our final width of the flange, we are taking it as 540 millimeters, and the thickness of the flange is being taken as 60 millimeters, because I've already done a trial and error, and by using 30 or 32 millimeters, the section is failing, right? So we are taking it as 60 millimeters. You can also try it yourself. Okay. Next, what we have to do, let me clear the drawings. Next step is that you have to classify the section. Okay, whether it is plastic, whether it is compact or semi-compact or slender, right? So my final section is this, right? This is the plate girder, and we have the width of the flange as 540 millimeters, thickness of the flange is 60 millimeters, thickness of web is 12 millimeter, and depth of web is 1800 millimeters. Clear? Now we have to section, or we have to classify the section. Now how do we classify the section? We have to go to IS 800 2007. Okay, so this is my IS 800 2007, and we have to go to table 2. Page number is 18. From page number 18 of table 2, you have to classify the section. So first we have to classify the flange as plastic or compact or semi-compact or whatever. And next we have to classify the web into these sections. So for flange, it is safe to take it as a roll section. Okay. It is not a roll section, but here you can do one more thing. Don't take a roll section, because in this problem, it was asked to design the plate girder as a welded connection. Okay, design a welded plate girder. So for that case, don't take it as a roll section, take it as a welded section for the flange. Okay, now let's see what are the specifications or what are the limitations and values for our welded section. So you have to calculate the B by TF ratio, this ratio. How much is B? B is given in the next page. Let's go and check. Okay, see, if you consider this section, then how much is B? B is this portion, but this is for a rolled section. Okay, for a rolled section, B is half of BF. Now, for a welded section, how much is B going to be? B is going to be calculated from the edge of this web to this edge of the flange. Okay, so B is nothing but this portion. Fine. So how do you calculate B? You simply subtract BF, or rather you simply subtract TF from this width of the flange. See, BF minus, sorry, not TF, TW, you subtract the thickness of this web from the width of this flange, and if you divide the value by 2, you will be getting this value B. Okay, so this is your B value, and you know how much is TF. TF is the thickness of flange, which is taken as 60 mm. So you calculate the ratio and it is coming out to be as 8.25. Okay, now wait, I think there is a mistake. Let me calculate it again. Okay, 540 minus 12 divided by 2 divided by 60. Okay, so this value is not 8.25, it is coming out as 4.4. Okay, so this is 4.4. Okay, now this value 4.4, if you go to your code, let's compare the value. Okay, so see, the value of B by TF for welded section is the maximum value for welded section in order for it to become a plastic section is 8.4 epsilon. So since 4.4 is lesser than this value, okay, then it means that the flange which you have chosen or which you have designed is your plastic section, right? Now for the web, you have to calculate this ratio, that is D by TW. Neutral axis is at mid depth, okay, because the section which you have chosen is a symmetric section whose neutral axis is at mid depth, and you have to calculate the value of D by TW. So let's go back. Okay, how much was D? D by TW. So we had taken D to be 1800 millimeters. Okay, you can go back to the previous videos to see the design of the web. Okay, okay, here is the web design. I have explained all the details for designing your web, and from there we had calculated the value of the web as 1800 millimeters and the thickness of the web was 12 millimeter. Clear? So you put the values and you're getting the value as 150, right? Now this value is far greater than 84 epsilon. Value of epsilon is 1. Okay, so it is not plastic, it is going right away into a slender section, right? So what you have to do, since it is a slender section, The flanges are plastic, but the web has become a slender. You can either increase the thickness to some extent, or the other substitute which you have is you have to provide stiffeners. Okay, you have to provide stiffeners in the plate girder. You can go back to my previous videos and see what are stiffeners, how they're provided, and how does it help the plate girder to enhance its load carrying capacity. Anyway, now let's end this video here, and it has already got very long, and in the next video we will be coming up with calculating the design bending strength and design shear strength of the plate girder.